one, and we're actually streaming this live on YouTube as well. So, hi YouTube, just search for us, Smooth981, and you can see all three of us in the studio having this conversation right now. Okay, so let's listen to some new music. This one is from the artist called Joe Boy. Jimoka, you're very excited about the new music.
Yes, I love Joe Boy.
Okay, well, let's see if you love Body and Soul.
Oh, so on the safe side. You were brought in just in case you okay decide to flake us. We're down. Miss Fashola, she can't hear me.
I'm not substituting you.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Okay. I hope you are funny. I hope you are very. Don't do shy boy here. Okay.
It depends on how the evil spirit leads me.
Good. We want the evil spirit to lead you. Because it'll be a lot more fun. Hey, music. What spirit? Okay.
Hi, Zibi. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Okay, we're going back. All right, that's Joe Boy saying I did for you, babe. And Body and Soul is the name of that one. So, Jumoke, I'm going to come to you. What do you think about this song?
Well, first off, as in, I love Joe Boy, and I love all his songs so far. As in, all the singles that he has been releasing so far, they have been, happy go lucky, filled with love. I mean, baby, beginning. They all seem to have the same beats. All of them just seem that. Okay, maybe not all of them, but it feels like to me. But I listened to it like about 5-6 times, and I watched it and all that. I watched the visualizer and I watched the music video. And the visualizer, I have to say, I have beef for the mother because I'm like, after 3 children, wow. Did you see how svelte her body was? She still had curves again, flat stomach, and she was carrying the baby. I was like, I know. See, they upset me that women like that actually exist. There are lots of women in Nigeria like that they will drop like 3 children. And they look like
the girls
like
Chizoba, another woman.
That is true.
Chizoba that I want to strangle right now. That's a HR aficionado.
Yeah, throwing stones.
Throwing which stone? No,
this one is throwing roses.
God bless you.
Roses.
Everyone likes Joe Boy. Joe Boy is the lover boy when it comes to music. Majority of his songs are always on love. So I see him as my twin brother because I'm a lover boy too.
Like an onion, peel the layers of Olabi.
Yes,
exactly. So once you see Joe Boy, you will see Afolabi on the other side.
Wow.
But great song, Body and Soul. This is for people who really are down to earth when it comes to relationship. You know that yes, not only relationship actually, even in marriage, you're ready to give your body and soul to your partner. Either you're
total
a male,
submission.
exactly. Either you're a male or you're a female. Just know that once you are in that particular relationship or that marriage, the person you're with, you're giving them your all. It reminds me of John Legend's "All of Me." You know.
Wow. Love Doctor. I feel like you knew.
I feel like I'm looking at you in a totally different way now.
There's 2 of us.
Okay, let's talk about a possible future collaboration. Temi, who is taking the world by storm, God bless her. Temi has reacted to Snoop Dogg's open call for a feature. I mean, We're talking about Snoop Dogg here.
Yeah, Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yes.
One of the best rappers of the last, let's say, of the last 4 decades or 5 decades.
4 decades. That's
Yes,
okay.
Snoop has been there since the time of the Dr. Dre's in the 80s. So
Mhm.
Late 80s, early
yes,
90s.
so
Yep.
so you can always say that Snoop Dogg is a living
Yeah,
legend.
But I think that fascinating. Oh, sorry.
But
go
what I
ahead.
like is if Snoop Dogg, who is a living legend, could actually come out to call out Tems for them to have, a collaboration, it speaks a lot about the talent of Tems, which is no doubt and not in question.
Future also
new
did
face,
this
yeah.
as well. The
Yeah.
rapper Future. He
Yeah,
also
Yes.
did an.
yeah.
Why are they doing it openly though? Is it to get the Afrobeat crowd on their side,
Yes.
or is there just no way to reach Tems through her management? I'm confused.
Is the former, it's not the latter. I think you're right. And what better way to let people notice that you are still there with a collaboration? And I can't wait to hear the song because the things that he likes to say whenever he collaborates with anybody. He says, "My nephew," this. Like, for example, we always call her a nephew. He called Bow Wow nephew, called the band nephew. Is he going to call
Exactly.
Tems niece?
Oh, that will be sweet.
My niece Tems.
Like-
I can't wait to hear.
They're all black, so what do you expect him to say?
We
I don't
are
know.
family. Okay. Well, we'll definitely keep an eye out on that one though.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to our next story. And this one has to do with an artist that is rather interesting in his music, in his character, in his appearance. Some might refer to him as slightly cuckoo. I'm not one of those some, by the way. But okay, so we're talking about Portable. A Nigerian video director has responded to Portable, talking about how high or how highly he was being charged, or he was planning to charge him for a music video. So this video director says, well, if you want me to shoot a video for you, you need to cough up $50,000. Can Portable afford $50,000 for a video?
You'd be surprised. But see, the thing about TG Omori is that TG's videos are always wonderful. They're crisp, they're clear, and he always has very, very creative ways of telling a story. For every music video that he does.
Yes.
So if he costs $50,000, best believe he deserves that and a lot more. And a lot of musicians, it's not just Portable that complain. I know which other person? Yes, Black Bones complained sometime last year about how expensive TG Omori was. I mean, hello, before TG became the toast of music videos, there was Clarence shot it, and he wasn't cheap either. So look, I don't know. Is there a body that will make sure that music video directors do not charge beyond a certain cap? Is that possible? Does that happen anywhere else?
No, I don't think that's going to happen because
if so, as in, should a creative be forced to reduce their price because people are saying it's expensive? I mean, if you know what you bring to the table, don't you deserve to put a price on that thing that you bring to the table with confidence, your full chest?
I don't think it's expensive. The point is, Portable can't afford it.
He can't. Don't mind him.
There are certain artists.
You must have Portable's bank accountant's number.
I can confidently say.
So if you go to a store, you will say this thing is expensive, but the truth is this is not expensive. You can't afford it because you don't have
there's
the
some
money.
things that you have money that you can afford, but you're just like, this is too expensive. Do I really need it?
Exactly.
Nah, and walk away.
Would you rather buy something of quantity or quality? That's another question.
Okay, so TJ Omori has an impressive resume, but when it comes to quality and quantity, sometimes because something is more expensive does not necessarily mean it's better quality though, right?
No,
When it comes
in this
to
case, it
TG
is.
Omori,
No. That's why I said this doesn't really have to do with TJ. You know, he has an impressive resume, but we can't really accept it as the standard across.
But why is Portable complaining precisely? Because didn't he do Zazu free? I mean, that's what TG said. TG said that I did the music video for Zazu that made people even know that he existed in addition to his music. Free.
So
I mean, how do we know about the music, the dance step that comes with Zazu without watching the music video? If not for TG Omori, nobody will know who. As in, nobody will know, as in its entirety, who Portable is.
And you know, this is something like you raised a very interesting point, like about creatives and the amounts that they charge. Because sometimes, as a creative, you want to do something for someone as a favor, but in when you do that in some way, that sort of diminishes your, I'm trying to think of the right word for it, and people
Your
want more
value.
freebies, your
Yes,
value.
yes.
Thank you. So should these creatives say, you know what, no more freebies. If you want my time, if you want my expertise, you have to pay for it.
Exactly. Besides,
Exactly.
TG Amori is not the only music director. I mean, why is Possible calling TG out? I mean, if you can't afford TG, there are a lot of other amazing video directors that are not as expensive as TG Amori that you can use.
As an art, you will want to work with the person who is reigning at the moment. And TG is the director who is reigning. There's a limited LA, there's Clarence as well, there's Musa. So if he decides to say, okay, TG is the person I want to work with, we can understand that. If you look at the Nigerian music industry now, the music videos that we have, majority of them were shot by TG Amari. So he wants to work with who is in vogue at the moment. So you can understand.
Portable was, I don't know, from his package. I mean, it's not hard to tell where Portable comes from, what part of the ladder he's coming from. But how about giving a younger director who has dreams, giving them a chance?
Exactly what I said. I mean, look for, there are lots of amazing music directors, music video directors out there that he can use that would do phenomenal job on his music videos. It doesn't have to be TG. TG is amazing. Of course, be wonderful on his CV to know that yes, TG shot this video. But he's not the only one. If you can't afford TG or Mori, look for others. There are lots of amazing directors that are not that well known that would do a phenomenal job.
Let us hope and see if Portable decides to work with him or work with another person. Because as an employer, you want to employ someone who has experience. So someone
how do the young people, the upcoming ones, get experience if no one is giving them a chance?
Exactly.
Well, at this point,
because someone
they
gave
have
Portable
to
a chance.
yes, that's true. But when Portable now is at the apex of his career, the question is he also going to give young people that opportunity that he was given to? Because some people tend to forget when they get to a certain stage in their career.
All right, let's look at some messages. Taya says, Grace don't expire. Portable saw billing and chose to lament. 50K to shoot a video for how many views again? Francis from Ojo says, I have issues with all these foreign artists trying to use Nigerian artists for comeback content. I feel like they are not genuine. After exploiting these artists, they just move on to the next. KB says, if one video producer is expensive, go somewhere else.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Question, do they earn in dollars? Maybe I should become a video director. I should do.
Don't worry, I'll teach you.
Thank you. How to earn in dollars. FX is the way right now. Ibukun says, lol at Portable complaining about the cost of the video. Do his songs merit a TG Omori video? Oh, wow. Ibukun.
That's a low blow. That's a low blow.
Wow.
Daisy said, leave the creatives alone. If you can't afford it, use your iPhone. Portable should go away.
In fact, a mortuary cold stout for you.
Oh, wow. That is a lot. Well, let us know what your thoughts are. This is the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. You can tweet at Smooth981 or just send us a message via WhatsApp 0809 440 981. And you can actually catch this live stream as well. It's up on YouTube. And yes, Smooth 981, search for us, subscribe so you don't miss out on our content. Stay with us. We're taking a quick break, and when we return, the conversation will continue. It's the Grapevine, Zibi, Olajumoke, and Afolabi.
Yoo-hoo! Four baby. Who knew?
Portable, finish him.
But it's the truth.
It's the truth.
It doesn't have to be, as in, if you can't afford TG,
that was
look
why
for
I
somebody
said
else.
it's not expensive. You can't afford it. So if you can't afford it, then you go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Just like you said the other time, you said quantity and quality. We know in Nigeria, if you buy a Rolex of 500,000, we both know it's fake. We know it's fake. And if you buy a Rolex of 100K or 10K, we know it's fake. But
did that
the
dollars on
quality,
naira?
whether we like it, the quality of 10K Rolex is going to be different from that of 500K. But we still know it's fake.
Looks like there's a difference between Apple and Balumo. Balumo is way cheaper than Apple.
Please, I need a Balumo. Where do they sell Udara?
Yeah, like in the market I bought
He's
it
in the
last
market
time.
now.
That's the
You will
last
not
time.
see
As in, my fruit, what
They brought some for me from Port Harcourt. And I've almost finished it here.
It's very
Can you
cheap.
imagine? So I people have the Udara.
Oh, yeah, Udara, that's what we call it.
Okay, I'm right. Sorry, it's Rubé I was mixing.
It's the
Oh,
with,
no, that season, I think that season is gone.
That season is gone.
I'm waiting for Ubira.
Hey, I shall be right. Nice one. No, nice one for Labi. Nice one. So he's the the kind, suave voice of reason. Well, I'm the excitable one.
It depends on the we just so we will not be doing the so
You have the water to my fire.
oh I thought the avatar.
By the way, we're still streaming this live on YouTube. Hi, YouTube.
Avatar hand.
Free, but you're not paying for this drama.
Okay. Behind the scenes
what's
or behind the
doing
mics. Okay, so we're going to the Afrima Awards. What happened to Brimo?
Wait, I didn't say any story from Brian.
No, I know that he was nominated, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah,
Wasn't it the Afrima he was nominated for? Where they
It was,
started
yes.
that campaign.
They tried to use it. So that means the campaign did not work.
Or maybe he just didn't win.
No,
No, he didn't win. He didn't actually win.
he apologized.
Yeah, he apologized.
No, they've not
but
done the
after,
award yet.
Oh, they haven't.
no, but they did last week, Sunday.
Between 12th and 15th, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
they've
yes.
done it.
Falabi, you're living in the past.
Enough for you.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right, we're going on in 5.
Anyway,
He wasn't even going to win to even start with.
I know there's hope for him. There's hope.
You're listening to The Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. Zibi, Afolabi, and Olajumoke in the studio. We're talking about everything related to entertainment. And we love to read your comments. Yeah, so please let us know what your thoughts are. 0809 4440981. That is the WhatsApp number. And of course, you can also tweet at Smooth981. Plus, we're streaming this live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Smooth981. Let's see. I think we have a few more messages coming through about Portable, and this one's from Chidozie. Chidozie says, "Are you talking about the same Portable who was flaunting dollar notes while he was on a plane on social media, so he can't pay for
Is it
quality?"
original?
I said he can afford it.
Is it original? We are not sure if those dollars are
It's not
original.
hard now.
They flaunt those dollars in music videos. So,
That is true.
so-
it could be
so
props
let's-
money.
So let's
True,
leave it
true,
like that.
true.
Okay.
It's true, it's true.
ABM says, how much is $50,000 when converted to Naira? At this rate, I don't even know. It changes every other
Exactly.
day.
Oh.
I don't think it's too much money to shoot a good video. Man, y'all are rich. Okay, so let's talk about the Afrima Award. So the 8th edition held in Dakar in Senegal, and it was a Nigerian sweep. So awards were picked up by artists like Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy, and Adekunle Gold. Paul and Peter Okoye from P Square also gave a brilliant performance. Now, that's one thing you can count on the Okoye brothers for. They know how to put on a show.
Every time, quality all the time.
Okay, Paul apologized to their fans for their messy breakup, which lasted for so many years. And he said, there was no P Square for 6 years. However, Mr. P kept P Square alive. Rude Boy kept P Square alive. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, those were the longest 6 years of my life. Even though, yes, I loved I loved one mother and one to a mother and the other. I'm not going to say which one. But as in their solo acts and all. But I love P Square. Nothing beats P Square. P Square.
Everybody.
Wow, Jimoke, that's like, there are memories in your head
It's
right
just,
now.
just heartbreaking. It is. As in, I always used to make sure I bought CDs with their music videos on, because they used to sell their music videos on nice crisp CD format rather.
Wow, okay.
Back in the day, I'm showing my age, I know, but as basically watching their music videos, it always just transported me to a place that Nigerian musicians at the time were not transporting me to. I mean, they were beyond their time. I think they were doing tours in the 90s when no other music act was doing as many tours as they. I mean, they were doing tours. Everybody knew them around Africa. I mean, they were a brand that they fought for their brand very fiercely.
So I remember at the time they were managed by their big brother Jude, and fingers also pointed at Jude for being involved in their whole breakup situation. Do you think Jude in some way was the force behind P Square? Because sometimes we see a lot of talented artists, right? They can sing, they can dance, they're good looking, but because they don't have the right team, they never really hit where they could. And it seemed like, just like you said, the Okoye brothers did it at a time where some other artists weren't doing it. I feel like
I think their brother was in the industry way before the kids were in the industry, because if I remember very well, he started off as an actor.
Really?
Yes, there was a movie, I think back in the 90s, that's called Gazula. For those who remember, I think that was in 1998, 1999. Their brother was in that movie. So
Okay.
he has been in the industry long before the twin brothers were in the industry. So the brother understood how the market works. But when it comes to the breakup that Peter and Paul had, as far as I am concerned, I'm speaking personally now,
Mm.
I just saw it as a PR stunt. For me,
Wow.
for
That's one
me,
way of looking
I
at it.
saw it as a PR stunt. Okay, you know what? If you remember, the stuff between this Fuji artist, Oshukpa Said, and
Yep, yep, yep.
at some point it was really selling for them because there
Yes, it
was
was.
beef.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
so now take for instance, in my own perspective, Peter and Paul. All right, brother, you know what? Let's cause a stir. You go your way, I go my way, and all that. Let's keep people guessing. So we
And
do it for like 3, 4 years.
oh,
But that's not a good.
Just
I don't know.
just to give you people, see, whether you want to believe it or not, the life of an artist, whether you're an actor or a musical artist, is for your entertainment.
oh yes.
So they can bring a whole lot of things for you just to entertain you, just to keep you there.
But
Afolabi.
that's a thought too. I mean,
That's
my
my
mind never went in that
that's my
direction.
thought. That's my thought.
I see
So
what
I
you
just
mean.
see it
Yeah,
as
because it
But
PR
that would
stunt.
launched
be a
their
PR
solo-
stunt gone wrong because I mean 6 years of missed concerts, missed music, missed shows, 6 whole
They have
years.
money. At
How
some
much money
point,
can you
at
have
some
that
point,
you would stage that?
at some point, they have investment in oil. So if music is not bringing money, oil is bringing
Okay,
money.
No,
so if
I-
they get that money from other sources, why would they resort to cheap gimmicks to
No,
stay relevant?
That is why I said it is PR stunt. Remember a certain artist who, said he was dead.
Yeah, so that artist needs deliverance.
So artists can go to any length just to do anything that is
I
called.
don't think.
But see, that
I don't
artist
think
was an
so.
upcoming artist that never quite hit it, so he was desperate.
Ew.
Paul and Peter were big all
Yeah.
across Africa, not just in Nigeria.
Yeah, I don't. I know. As in, I'm going to disagree with you because I don't think it
No
was a PR
scandal
stunt.
is too
I don't
small,
think.
trust me.
I don't think it was a PR stunt because you remember there was a time when a lot of fans were recording videos of themselves crying, begging for P Square to come back.
Really?
But they didn't come back then.
Wow.
Even though they
That's
said
the
they would.
idea.
They said that they would.
If
But
they
That's
did it
the
for
idea.
6 days at Folabi, I would say
exactly.
okay.
If-
6 weeks. But
exactly.
6 years,
if they had
missed
done,
revenue.
if that was really
A lot of
that
newer artists came in and probably won the hearts of so many of their fans.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
that is
that
why I
wouldn't
said
be-
my own view.
Right.
That's right. My own view. As far as I'm concerned, take the likes of Style Plus. They broke up. They never. You know how many
They've
groups.
performed together.
You
Actually,
know how
they
many
came
groups
back.
over the years that started at the same time P Square started? How many of them are back
Remedies was
together?
before. Okay, Remedies was before.
How
way
many
before.
of them are together again? Even the so-called Mohits, are they together? No.
Plantation Boys?
We need a Mohits concert, though.
Another group that I hope come back. And then even though yes, there's been lots of
Hopefully.
water under the bridge, and there's been
like
there
it's
been
like
too
a
many-
flood under the bridge.
Okay,
a
flood.
tsunami.
all right, I'm being optimistic. I mean,
Okay, we've got some messages coming through. Taya says everyone is showing their ages. Jude the actor. Yes, we are. We're not Gen Z now. Did you think we were? Francis from Ojo says, Afolabi, I don't agree that P Square was doing that as a publicity stunt. It was messy for them and it never worked out.
exactly.
Okay, Daisy said P Square beef was real. And Ibukun from Ketu says, I don't think the P Square breakup was PR. It was based on creative differences and it even involved spouses. Well, at least that's what we heard.
What we heard, yeah.
Listen from the outside. They lost a lot of traction and didn't make it as individual artists. Okay. All right. So this is from Xavier from Bagada. Xavier says, Afolabi, tell us, do you know a bit more? Are you aware they lost? Are you part of this? Were you part of this PR squad by any chance? Are you aware they lost endorsements because of their splits? Even now, one of them is not together with his wife. Not everything is for entertainment. Even as siblings, we quarrel, not to talk of being business partners as well. So does this put this conversation to rest? Should you do business with friends and family? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so let's move on to our next topic. And this one is from the international scene. Drake actually stopped a show at the Apollo after a fan fell from the balcony. Now, a lot of artists have come under fire for not stopping performances when a fan in the audience is injured or is assaulted or something goes wrong. What do you think about this?
I thought that was quite sweet, even though to me, as in, I don't believe anything that any star, any star does. I feel there's a publicity stunt of some sort, as in, yeah, I know, because from the inside looking out, sometimes most of these things are just to show that, hey, I do, I'm doing it too, I'm doing it. I mean, I'm caring, go buy my CDs. As in, it's the subliminal message that's passed across with these acts of kindness that makes me look at all these things, makes me look at what Drake did with suspicion. But I think, as in general, it was a very good thing to do. It was very altruistic of him, because if he hadn't done that, and say the fan got gravely injured or died or something, that would be bad PR for him, bad PR for his brand, bad PR for any future concerts he does or any collaboration, any endorsements he has that are ongoing or about to start or coming in the future. It would have affected it. So he had to have done. If he hadn't done it, it would have affected him. So I think, even though I feel it was altruistic, yes, but
well, it might not be altruistic, because things like this also happen during football matches where something happens in the stand. They have to stop the football game for the medical staff to attend to the fans. Whether it's a football game or a concert, whatever it is, once the life of one person is at stake, I think everything has to be, paused for the person to be attended to. No life is less than the other. So I think it's a great one from Drake and his team for making sure that, okay, the person who fell from the balcony was actually attended to, because trust me, it could be anyone.
Anybody.
It could be anybody. So if you don't attend to one fan, other people can be saying, okay, what if that was me? So it could actually go bad for him. So for
exactly.
them to have stopped the show at that particular point in time, then it shows that, yes, whichever fan it was or it is in the future, he really cares about his fans.
Or maybe it could be like, okay, I don't really care, but I'm going to have to pretend like I care.
That is what I said. Whether it's pretense, or whether it was real media publicity, it works. I mean, if you had done otherwise, everyone would be like, Drake, you safe.
But do you know, when people are on stage, and you know this because you're a stage actress, with all the lights and all the activity, it's very easy for performers to actually miss what's going on in a crowd of hundreds of thousands of people.
No, but this was very
true.
obvious. He fell from a height of from the second floor. That was too. If he hadn't seen it, I would be like, you're very wicked. How did you not see that?
Well, you could just be carried away, because there are times whereby you're already in the spur of the moment entertaining your fans. What if it was backing, the side where the person fell from?
It was,
artists tend to run from one side of the stage to the other side of the stage.
Yeah.
So if at that moment he had already run to the other side of the stage, not seen the person who fell, are we going to say it was a bad person?
I also think fans also need to comport themselves when they attend these events.
You can't control fans. Don't let me lie to you.
But they have to, as human beings, think about their own safety, their own health, and everyone else. Years ago, Michael Jackson was on tour, and a crazy fan, he was on this crane, and a crazy fan literally jumped up and climbed up to meet Michael on there. And Michael had to hold on to that fan, because if that person had fallen, well, it would have been it for Michael Jackson. And even now, we see artists performing on stage, and then the fans are running on stage. That is a risk to the artist. What if they're armed with something, or they knock them over, or they tamper with something, and then lights go off, someone gets electrocuted? So I think fans also need to comport themselves in a sane fashion.
Yes, of course.
There are some people who could actually do that for the sake of social media posts. Oh, I did this. So
Wow,
that's the truth.
Clouds.
Just because you want to post something on social media, you say, yes, I jumped on stage, I went to see this particular artist. So you can only limit their access to the stage. All right, let's say maybe about 10 feet away from the stage,
Mm.
you let the fans are going to be there. So before a fan can actually jump from the barricade down to the stage, the security will be able to
When you
grab that
grab
fan.
him, you know, it's funny that you said that because it reminded me of something that happened recently. During the Burna Boy concert, somebody grabbed his leg and he kicked the person held on.
Ah! No, but think of it. If that person held on to him, he would have fallen.
It's funny,
And
but
he could have hurt himself.
and we didn't know who the person that he kicked was. If not,
The
I'm
person
sure
that
the person
actually
would have
never
trended.
come out to say, you know, I mean, kick.
No, there'd be too much shame. And besides, no, I felt that was kind of harsh of him. Anyways, but that's story for
That
another
was
day.
why. That was. I don't think he should have done that. There are better ways you could have actually handled
Exactly.
that.
But you know, that could have
situation.
led to a mob. Let's be honest. So I'm walking, you know, and there are a few people around me. One person grabs me. I would have a fear that what if 2 people grab me, 3 people? It becomes a melee. So that's
Hmm.
why people who are going for these concerts need to understand that, look, this person is human. They're going to be afraid for their safety. If, okay, Afolabi, you're walking down the street and a young man just decides to pull your shirt, what are you going to do? You're going to defend yourself or flee,
Exactly,
right?
yes.
One of the two.
Of course.
So if you're going to flee, you're going to have to let go of that
Yeah,
hold.
yes.
Or push
And
the person.
Burna Boy, yes, he has his moments. He's done some things that are questionable, but in that situation, I can't blame him for trying to make sure that he was safe.
But a kick? Wow.
Might have been a
Well,
punch.
I-
Did you
or a
see the
slap.
kick?
Let me
Did you
just-
see the video?
What did the
Let me
person?
just support
No,
Zidi
no,
on
that
this
was
one.
no,
It's self-defense. That's self-defense.
Self-defense. That is
Let's leave it like
self-assault. No, that's assault.
Self-defense. We leave it like that.
Okay, self-defense it is. On that note, that is all the time that we have on the grapevine this morning. Thank you, Olajumoke. Thank you, Afolabi.
Thank
Afolabi,
you,
you know what? We're
Ziggy.
gonna recruit you and pull you in here so we can
No,
do this alone.
I'm jealous.
No problem.
All right, thanks for watching, but don't go away. There is a lot to come on the Smooth Breakfast.
Nice one.
Good job, Alafa.